Hey Renee, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that as of next week, my mom is going to come here and start to live with us. So I want you to clean up a spare room and get it ready to live in because that is where mom is going to be staying.
Wait, what? Your mom is going to be coming here to live with us starting next week, and you want me to get a room ready for her before then? I really don't think that's going to work, Tim. I mean, we've already talked about your mom coming to live with us, and I thought we agreed that it just wasn't a good idea. Besides, the both of us work full-time. I thought we agreed we wouldn't have time to take care of one of our parents if they did want to come and live with us.
Excuse me? Just who do you think you are? Don't you realize that I'm the husband and you're the wife? Are you really trying to disobey me right now? Just who in the world do you think you are?
Tim, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to disobey or argue with you. I just thought that this was something that you and I had already talked about.
If you're not immediately agreeing to what I tell you to do, then that's basically the same as disobeying me. You really need to learn your place and listen to your husband. If you ever try and pull something like that again, don't think for a second that I won't divorce you.
Tim, you can't be serious. Don't you think that's just a bit too far for this?
Did you really already forget, Renee? I can't believe you don't remember that I already have everything in place to make that happen right away. Basically, if I wanted to, I could make it so that the two of us are divorced right away. And then I won't need to worry about taking care of such a useless woman like yourself. You should be grateful that I even told you that my mom was coming and didn't just let her show up unannounced. Now you're going to do as I say and go and prepare a room for my mom. And I don't want to hear another word or complaint from you about it. Hey Renee, what the heck is the matter with you? I thought I told you that I wanted that spare room cleaned up. Why is it still a complete mess, huh?
Tim, I don't know what more you think I can do with that room. I mean, we had been using it as storage for so long. I don't think that I'm going to be able to move all of the things that we were keeping there all by myself.
Well, you better, or else there are going to be some serious consequences. Besides, don't you want to be a good host for your mother-in-law? Don't you know that she raised me all by herself into the man that I am today? So I'm not going to sit here and stand by while you make my mom live in a hovel like this.
Tim, you know that I really admire your mom for how much she was able to accomplish all by herself. But it's just that there's too much stuff in that room.
I have just had it with you. You really are a completely useless woman and wife. Do you know that? My mom was also thinking about what was best for me, and she always gave her all when it came to raising me. She knew how to take care of a house much better than you did, and she had kids to worry about it.
You're right, Tim. I'm sorry. I guess I've just been making excuses without even realizing it.
Well, I have been realizing it the whole time. But don't you realize that if my mom doesn't come here to live with us, then she'll be all alone? That's why we have to make sure that everything is perfect for her when she gets here. I know how lonely she's been feeling, and I don't want to make her think that we don't want her here.
Well, I don't want her to feel like that either, but this room is just too much for me to do all by myself.
So now you're telling me that you don't want my mom to come up here and live with us after all? I guess I should just tell my mom that she can't come after all because you hate her. Just kidding. If you ever actually try to push back against this, you know that I would just divorce you anyways. But if I can be honest, I think you're the one that deserves to be alone, not mom.
But, Tim, you know that I own this house, don't you?
What in the world are you talking about? What does that even have to do with anything?
Well, I just mean that the lease that is letting us live here in the house is under my name. You know that, right?
Is that supposed to be some kind of joke or something? What's the matter with you?
What do you mean, what's the matter with me? I'm not sure what you mean by that.
I mean that I know for a fact that you're lying to me right now, aren't you?
Wait, you think that I'm lying about the house? Of course I'm not lying about the house. Why would I even do that?
You really have hit a new low if you think you're just going to get away with flat out lying to your own husband like that. I mean, do you think I'm an idiot or something? You really think I was just gonna fall for that? This is basically the same as you disobeying me. You realize that? The only thing that you should be doing is being a meek and submissive wife who stands next to me and looks pretty. That's all I ever wanted out of a wife. But instead, I had to be cursed with a no good, useless woman like you. You're always so worried about yourself and complaining about your own problems. Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but the world doesn't revolve around you. You really need to wake up and realize that other people matter too.
Hello, Brenda. Do you have a moment to talk? I promise that I won't take long. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I haven't been a better daughter-in-law, and I'm sorry that I haven't been following through on my duties. I know that you aren't going to like to hear what I have to say next, but I think that from a financial standpoint and from just a making it work standpoint, you aren't going to be able to move in with Tim and I. So I'm really sorry to ask, but if you could please just talk to Tim about this and convince him that it isn't going to work, that would mean so much to me.
Renee, what is all this? What are you talking about all of a sudden? You don't really think that you're a bad daughter-in-law, do you? Did my son go running his mouth at you again? I swear that boy has no manners.
Well, actually, Tim told me that if I didn't let you live with us, that he would leave me.
He said what? Has that boy lost his mind? What is the matter with him? Honestly, just where does he get off? I am so sorry that my idiot son has been putting you through so much.
It's fine. After all, if he says it, then he must mean it. But I know that it's all true anyways. I know that I'm a weak link who could never survive on her own. The only thing I'm good at is letting people down and getting in their way. I don't even know why Tim is still with me, to be honest. After all, I'm just so useless. I can't do anything right at all, and I just don't deserve a man like him.
Renee, you stop that right now. I want you to know that you have done nothing wrong at all, and you shouldn't be talking about yourself like that.
Brenda? You aren't mad at me? You aren't agreeing with everything Tim has said about me.
What are you talking about? Of course I don't agree with a word that Tim has said about you. It sounds to me like he's the one making ridiculous demands of you. But that shouldn't be what a marriage is about. A marriage should be an equal partnership between the married couple. If one person is putting the other down or not treating them with respect, well, I just see why you're so upset and unhappy with yourself. But I want you to know that if Tim is saying all of this to you, that it isn't something you've done as a wife. It's something I failed to do as a mother.
No, Brenda, this isn't your fault at all. Please don't think that. I'm sure that you were a great mother who did all that she could.
Renee, you really are such a sweet girl. Do you know that? Especially for how patient you've been in putting up with Tim.
What do you mean by that? Do you really think that way about me?
I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just not as good with my words after having lived alone for so long. But the point that I'm trying to make is that I don't think you're bad. And I certainly don't want you to think that you're the bad person in this in any way, okay?
Brenda, thank you so much for telling me that. You have no idea how much I needed to hear that.
Of course. I only say it because it's true after all. But now I feel like I just have to do something to help you.
Help me? What do you think you could do?
Well, I think now that I understand a bit more about the kinds of things that you've been going through at home, I want you to know that you always have someone to talk. Even if you feel like you can't talk to Tim about these things, you don't have to hold all that in sadness. But more than that, if my son is treating you this way and you really don't even think you can talk to him about it, then I'm just not sure that a boy like Tim deserves a girl like you.
Brenda, but then that means... Are you really saying what I think you're saying?
I'm not saying anything. But I want you to know that no matter what happens, I'm going to have your side. You can count on me. So I want you to think about the best way forward for you. And just know that if there is any way I can help you, I will be more than happy to do whatever you need me to.
You really mean that? You don't mind if I do what I think I need to do?
Of course not. And if you ever need someone to talk to about what's on your mind or what you're thinking about, you can always come to me.
Thank you. I just hope that I'm strong enough to do what needs to be done.
Hey, Renee. Are you seriously ignoring me right now? What is your deal? Don't you know that you should be getting back to your husband as soon as you've gotten messages from him? You better get back to me right now or else I really will divorce you. This is not a joke. I'm very serious about this. I can't believe that you're making me wait this long just to talk to you. Don't you realize that this counts as disobeying me? Do you really want me to divorce you?
Tim, please. Can you just stop this? I am your wife. I'm not your maid, I'm your partner. I really don't think that this is how a marriage should work at all. I mean, we're married. That means that we're family now.
What? Have you hit your head or something? Being a husband and wife only means anything if we're both doing our proper jobs. And you have been a complete failure of a wife. You don't listen to anything that I say at all, and you made me wait this long just to get a response from you. I know that you're probably always lying to me and finding ways to get out of your responsibilities to me and the house. So why don't you clean up your act before demanding things of me, huh?
Tim, please. You don't have to be like this. We don't have to be like this.
Maybe if you made more money than me, we might be able to have a conversation, but you don't. And if you have some complaint you want to give me, then you can just save it. I'd rather just divorce you and get this all over with. But I know that you're too weak and helpless to ever let me really get to that point, aren't you?
Okay, Tim, if that's really what you want. If you want me to make changes around here, then let's get a divorce.
Wait, what? Are you serious? You really want to get a divorce?
I can't even talk to you. You never even let me get a word in edgewise. What's the point of staying in this marriage if this is the way that I'm going to be treated? If we can't even have a conversation with each other?
Well, of course I'm going to treat you this way when all you do is whine about how sad and pathetic you are. Do you really think I want to have a conversation with somebody like you? And just what you think you're going to do with your life after you leave me, huh? You think you can live without me? You'll be crying and begging for help in no time.
I really think that the only one of us who will be doing something like that will be you.
Yeah, we'll just see about that, won't we? Hey, Renee, just where the heck do you think you're wandering off to? Why haven't you come back home yet? Don't you know you need to be here cooking dinner for me? I haven't eaten anything all day, and none of the laundry is done either. Plus, the house is a total mess. It's like you haven't been doing anything around the house at all.
It's because I'm not. And it's because I'm not going to be cleaning up after you ever again. I am not your slave!
And just where's this attitude coming from all of a sudden, huh? You really must want me to divorce you if that's the way you're going to be talking to me. Don't you remember that I have those signed divorce papers ready to be sent out whenever I want? You better watch how you talk to me, because the moment I send those out, you'll be on the street with nowhere to live. But don't worry, luckily for you, I'm a nice guy. So if you come home now and beg for my forgiveness on your hands and knees, I'll think about letting you off the hook this time.
It's too late. I've already sent out those divorce papers that you had.
Wait, what? What do you mean? You aren't really serious, aren't you?
Of course I am. And then I put today's date by both our signatures and had them filed.
But why did you even have those in the first place? I kept them locked away in my safe in the office.
Oh, I know where you were hiding them from me, Tim. But you made the combination to that safe your mom's birthday. After all, we all know just how much you love your mom. But that was your downfall, and that's how I got into the safe.
So you broke into the safe and then took out those papers and sent them off to be filed? Have you lost your mind? Why in the world would you do something like that?
Well, I'll let you know that I didn't do it alone. I had help. In fact, they agreed to help me specifically because it's you that I was dealing with.
Well, whatever. I don't care how you did it. But I'll just invite my mom to come and live with me and make her do all the cleaning around here. That way, I can put time into thinking about how I can get back at you for this. I won't let you get away that easily. You regret this, Renee.
The only one who is going to be doing any regretting is you, Tim.
You evil, awful woman. What have you done? What's the meaning of this?
What are you talking about, Tim? I'm sure that I have no idea in the slightest.
Don't you play dumb with me. I want to know what this letter in the mail is all about. It's from some guy who said that he's your lawyer and that you're suing me? What are you doing that for? I didn't even do anything wrong. And why in the world do you have a lawyer?
Actually, it was your mom who introduced me to that lawyer. Wouldn't you know it, but your mom has some experience with divorce as well. So, she connected to the same lawyer that she went through. Now you are going to pay me what you owe me, and then you are going to leave my house.
Don't you dare go trying to pin all this on my mom. How dare you even joke about that? But I'm afraid that the one who will be forced to move out is you.
No. You're the one who's going to have to move out, Tim. I'm sure of that. After all, the house is under my name.
There you go again with your crazy story of yours.
It isn't a crazy story. I was the one who bought the house when we moved here. You told me that you couldn't be bothered with the paperwork and told me to do it all. So while I was filling out all the paperwork, I signed the house under my name. Actually, that one was also your mom's idea.
What were you thinking? You should have told me about that part. Of course I would have signed any name. And just why are you talking about my mom anyways?
Well, because your mom had gone through this before. And she was the one who put up most of the money for the house. So, when she told me what to do, I listened. It was only later that she told me it's a kind of insurance in case we got divorced. She explained how it would protect me from getting kicked out of the house. But if you really think I'm making this all up, then you go check the file cabinet in your office.
I don't care what you say. I know that this house is mine and nothing is going to change that. I don't know what my mom has been telling you, but clearly you've been taking her advice the completely wrong way.
I really don't think that's what's going on here at all, Tim.
Yes, it is, and I know it. My mom would never betray me. I know that she'll always have my back. Mom, are you there? We have to talk right now. This is really serious. Renee is saying some seriously crazy things, and I just don't know what to think anymore. But all I know is that that woman is nuts, and we have to get rid of her. She's saying all kinds of things about how you're helping her try to divorce me, but that's not true, right? You're always on my side, aren't you? I mean, I'm your son. There's no way that you would take her side over your own son, right?
You may be my son, but that does not mean that you aren't also one of the most ridiculous people I've ever known.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that I heard all about what's been going on from Renee. About how you've been ordering her around like some kind of maid. But you forgot that she was the one who owns the house. You pushed your wife to the point of leaving you, and now you've got nothing.
No, you don't get it. Renee was also happy to help. That's why I would give her things to do. She wanted to do what I say.
Oh, give me a break. Do you really think that? You need to wake up. You're in denial right now, Tim. You have been nothing but a horrible bully to your wife who had been nothing but kind and patient with you. I don't know what happened to make you be like this, but I can't help feel at fault and you make me ashamed.
Mom, what are you talking about? I was just trying to be a good husband. And a good husband tells his wife what to do, right? Besides, it wasn't like she even did a good job with the cooking and cleaning.
Do you really think that it's only the women who should have to cook and clean their own house? I'm your mother, and even that's too old-fashioned for me. You know, you're just like your father. He did the exact same thing.
Wait, Dad also never did anything around the house?
That's right. And I didn't want to speak badly about either of you, so I've kept silent for this long. But you are both horrible, overbearing bullies. You both have got no respect for your wives, and you're completely pig-headed.
So then you're telling me that you're really going to pick this other woman over your own son? We're blood relatives, Mom.
Are you sure about that, Tim? Are you really sure about that?
What is that supposed to mean? What do you mean I'm sure about that? Of course I'm sure about that.
Think of all the things that you've done for me, and think of the nothing that you've given back to Renee for all that she does for you. On Mother's Day, you bring me flowers. For my birthday, you've gotten me vouchers for a spa. But you know what's something that none of your gifts have come with? A phone call. Even a letter. They were only ever just things.
Mom, please. You have to know how busy I am all of the time here.
It's not just that. When I would invite you two out to eat with me, you would always turn me down, and it would just be Renee and I. I would tell her that I'm sorry she ended up going out with just her mother-in-law, but we really got close over that time. In the end, I probably came to care for her more than you did.
And so what? Is that the reason why you're going to choose Renee over me, your own son? I still think that's just ridiculous.
If you still really think that, then I wonder if you've been reading a single word of these messages. But if there's one thing you're good at, it's not listening. When you came to me asking if I'd like to live with the two of you, I turned you down and said that I didn't want to be a burden. But then you turned around and put all the housework on Renee. When I saw and heard about the way that you were treating her, I remember a chill running up my spine. It was all because of how much you reminded me of your father. And do you remember how him and I ended up?
But Renee and I talked about it. I was able to convince her to let you come and live with us.
Tim, I already told you that I didn't want to. Besides, I talked to Renee about this too, and she told me about how you completely ignored her opinion on the matter. I am just so disappointed in you, Tim. And that's why you leave me with no choice. I just have to cut you out of my life. I can't be around you anymore. You are no longer my son. Instead, I'm going to take care of Renee and make sure that she doesn't have to go through what I did.
Hold on a second, Mom. This is nuts. I mean, you're really going to abandon your son for his wife? How can you do this to me?
I'm not abandoning you because I was never on your side to begin with, Tim.
What do you mean? Why would you say something like that?
Because it's true. I was always only ever concerned about how you'd end up treating Renee. And when she told me all about what you were doing, I knew I had to introduce her to my lawyer.
But Mom, you can't leave me like this. It isn't fair. Please? But Mom, you can't leave me like this. It isn't fair. Please.
Maybe it's time you learn how to take care of yourself for once.
But how am I going to be able to do that when Renee is suing me? I don't even have enough money to hire a lawyer as things are now.
Well, that sounds like a you problem, Tim. But Renee has done more than her fair share of taking care of you, and you have taken advantage of her for the last time.
After that, the divorce was settled and the alimony payments were made. Tim was left without a penny to his name by the time the whole thing was over. After that, he had to pack things and move to a cramped little apartment that he was able to afford. I heard that he got so frustrated with his new living situation and the piling garbage and chores in his room that he began to take out his anger on his colleagues. All that got him in the end was being fired, though. After that happened, I heard that Tim moved again, and I've never heard another word about him since. After divorcing Tim, I was able to focus more on myself and realize just how used to taking his orders I had become. But I guess it isn't until after you've gotten yourself out of a hole that you can really see just how deep it was. Thankfully, I had Brenda by my side to help guide me into the divorced life. It was thanks to her that I never gave up hope about my life after the divorce. In fact, after Tim was out of my life, it was like a great weight had been taken off my shoulders. But I don't think it was only from finally leaving Tim. I think it was also because while I may have lost my husband, I gained a mother in Brenda. I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have someone like Brenda by my side supporting me. In fact, it was only after the divorce was over that Brenda told me all about how she was trying to watch over me. I don't know what I would have done without her there for me.
Amber! I told that old hag of yours to stay away from my wedding coming up soon. So can you make sure to tell her as well for me? Tell her that she will not be allowed into the wedding on the day of and that she needs to stay away from us so as not to cause any trouble.
What? When you say that old hag of mine, who are you talking about?
I'm talking about your mom being the old hag, and you should have known what I meant. Having her walk into my wedding all by herself with no partner walking beside her is just sad. So tell her to stay away. Simple as that. You are her daughter after all, so you should be fine with asking that of her for me.
Sandy? I'm sorry, but I have zero clue what you're talking about right now. Are you really telling me that you don't want my mom coming to my brother and your wedding?
I am telling you that. I shouldn't even have to be telling you this sort of stuff right now. You should already know that someone like her coming into my wedding would ruin the whole mood.
No, I don't know any good reason why her coming to your wedding would ruin the mood.
Why not? Being raised by a single mother is freaking embarrassing, right? And having her waltz into my wedding with nobody as her partner is so sad that I cannot allow it to happen when I'm about to show everyone my happiness. So tell her to stay away, please. Even your brother is embarrassed by her, so I'd like to keep her from coming in and ruining the whole wedding by making him and I beat red with anger and embarrassment. Just think about it with a level head and you can see why I'm asking this from you.
Why are you saying things like that? I actually respect my mom a lot for having to raise her kids all on her own. And the way you're talking about her so cruelly right now is making me a bit upset, so please stop that. I feel bad for my mom right now hearing things like this about her from you.
What? Are you an idiot as well then?
Excuse me?
You just have to put a little thought into it and you'd understand what I'm saying. If your mom comes to my wedding, she's going to ruin everybody's time. And if she begins to piss me off coming in as a single and depressing mother like that, then what do you think will happen to my wedding?
Well, stop trying to think that just by having my mom at your wedding, she'd ruin everyone's mood and end your wedding.
If she ends up coming in and giving the wedding a rotten atmosphere, your brother's going to be just as upset as I will be. Are you telling me that you want both me and your brother to be upset and embarrassed on our very special day?
Does this mean that my brother is 100% on board with having my mom stay away from the wedding?
Him and I are a married couple now. Anything I say about the two of us automatically makes him on board with it.
Well, if that's what you think, then fine. But I highly doubt that he'd be okay with what you're saying about our mom right now. Both he and I think highly of our mom and would never want to do anything to disrespect her.
You're the least helpful little sister. Well, whatever, I guess. We'll handle your mom on our own then.
And how are you going to handle my mom then?
Don't you dare go telling your brother anything about this, okay? And if you don't want our wedding to end up going up in flames, then you stay out of what happens next between us and your mom.
Well, now you're starting to get me worried about what you're planning on doing. I don't plan to say anything necessarily to my brother about this, but you're not going to do anything unwarranted to my mom, right?
We are getting very close to our long-awaited wedding and are both very nervous as well as excited for the day. So I ask you to please stay quiet about what I said. Allow your brother and I to have our moment in peace without getting in the way.
I still am a bit lost on what's all going on here with you, but I have no plans of getting in the way of your wedding. But can you make sure to talk all of this through with my brother as well before you ask to have my mom stay away from your wedding? Mom, have you gotten any messages from Sandy recently?
Well, she told me not to come to her wedding a little while ago.
So she actually did go ahead and tell you all of that straight then. I can't believe her. Well, you don't really have to worry about what she said to you, okay? I really do think that there's no way on earth that Kai would allow you to be told to stay away from his wedding with no good reasoning.
Well, I hope you're right.
Huh? Why do you say it like that?
Well, I'm just saying that what Sandy has said about Kai agreeing with her might be correct. I'm sure to him he has no real use for me anymore as his mother. And if anything, I'm just an embarrassment to him now.
Why are you saying all of that stuff about yourself and him? There's just no way that he'd think of you that way now.
Well, I heard all of this from Kai himself.
What? You heard this from Kai himself?
He told me that after what he's been told by Sandy, it's probably best that I really don't come to their wedding. And then after that, he ended our conversation by telling me to just not come. And ever since then, I haven't heard anything from him, no matter how many times I try to call and text him.
What the heck? What is wrong with Kai? Does he not see how rude he's being to you right now? I'll go and talk with him then.
Please stop trying to talk any sense into those two for me, okay?
Why should I stop trying, though? There has to be something going on between Kai and Sandy that we don't know about, because there is just no way he'd actually mean something as cruel as that. I bet you she's trying to brainwash him right now, and that his response to you wasn't his own.
And I'm sure that there's some reason for Kai telling me not to come, but we can't go around trying to force ourselves into those two's decision. I will at least go out and try to help them prepare tomorrow, but if they really do not want me coming to the wedding or having anything to do with it, then I'm going to stop. It's my job as his mom to let him decide who comes and who doesn't come to his wedding.
All right, then. How about the both of us go tomorrow, then, to help them prepare? I want the both of us to hear the real reasoning behind their decision for having you stay away.
Hey, why did you and your mom come here? I thought I made myself very clear when I said that I didn't want your mom coming to my wedding. What the hell are you thinking coming into this place with your mom?
Well, I'm having a hard time believing that you actually had the nerve to tell my mom to stay away from this wedding.
Well, even if you've come here today, it's not going to help your guys' situation any. Your brother and I didn't prepare a seat for your mom here.
Huh? You actually overlooked preparing a seat for my mom? For Kai's mom?
That's exactly what I'm saying. And why would I have? I told you that she wasn't allowed in here, yet she chose to come anyway with you.
Even if you're my brother's fiancé, this is going way too far. Allow us to talk to him right now about all of this.
Right now, Kai is busy talking with other people at the moment and doesn't have time to waste with the two of you. That's the whole reason I'm being considerate of him and am giving up my time to handle his family ordeal. As I had said to you and your mom before, there is no seating for her. I'm going to have your mom kicked out of this wedding right now.
You are the worst, Sandy, saying things like that about my mom.
I'm in the right to be saying all of this about her. Having to be raised in a single-parent household is one of the most embarrassing things to happen to someone. And I don't want him to feel that embarrassment today. All your mom is doing by being here is causing problems, and I want her to go home.
Then the whole family is going to go home.
Huh?
I've had enough of this from you. My mom is done dealing with you, and so the two of us are going to do as you say and leave this wedding right now.
Huh? Hold on a second, Amber. Did I ever say that I want you going home from this wedding as well?
You don't have to say anything like that to me, because saying something like that to my amazing mom is enough to make me want to go. So if you still want her to leave this place, then I'm going to join her and see her home. And right now, we are talking with other members of the family about this as well as friends. Even my brother is saying that he's ready to go now after what you've said to my mom.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about when you say your brother says he will go home? Do you have any other brothers besides Kai that I've never been told about?
I do not. I only have one brother, and that would be Kai. And Kai is the one saying that he'll come home with us. The way you've been acting around us and speaking for him has been way too much for him to accept.
Now, you wait just a second. What are you actually saying right now? What? Are you telling me that you told Kai about all of this? That has to be a load of crap, right? I specifically told you to not tell him anything about this and that I'd handle things between us.
Well, I was finally able to talk with him in person, face to face. And when we started to talk to one another, I made sure to show him all the things you've been saying to our mom and I about not wanting her here.
Huh? You're showing our conversations to other people without asking for my permission first. What the hell happened to there being something called privacy in this world?
And what happened to the privacy that my brother deserves to have from you?
Huh?
You ended up taking his phone from him on multiple occasions and typing all sorts of replies to my mom using his phone, making her think that she was talking to him when it was really you. And in the end, you were the one that blocked her on his phone, right?
I'm not really sure what you're talking about right now, but...
Come on now, Sandy. This is not the time to be laughing about that. You have very much shocked my brother with the way you've acted.
And so what? Why the hell did you tell all of this to Kai now? I swear, I told you very clearly to not get in the way of your brother and my happiness, and that includes this wedding today.
You think I was actually going to listen to you after what you said to me about not wanting my mom at her son's wedding?
Huh?
The way you've been acting around everyone has been completely screwed up, and my brother needed to know about what you were doing. And right now, he's in complete shock over what you'd done.
Huh? What are you trying to say I did that would surprise him so much? What did you actually say to my man that would make him start to doubt me? Why, Amber? Why would you do all this useless crap on the most important day of Kai's in my life?
This is all happening because of how you played your cards, Sandy. You kept thinking that you had the right to talk horribly about my mom and say that she was causing the two of you embarrassment. But it's because of my mom that you were able to meet such an amazing man as Kai. Because she worked her butt off for us, making sure we turned out as good people. What the hell does it matter to you that we have no father? You have no right to talk about my family like you have been, Sandy. Even if you have a problem with her being a single mother, my brother and I are both so thankful that we were raised by someone as warm-hearted and thoughtful as her.
Who gives a crap about all of that? Right now, things are going downhill for me. If I'm not able to have this wedding with Kai today, what am I going to do? Where the hell has he run off to right now?
Do you even have the ability to listen to what I say to you? I said just a second ago that not only my mom and I, but also Kai have all given up on you and are done here.
What do you mean given up on me and are done here, though?
I'm saying that we cannot forgive you for the way you've talked to us and the way you've acted around Kai. And it seems that he feels the same way and doesn't want to deal with you as his partner anymore.
Hold on. I just heard that Kai is telling everyone here that the wedding is canceled and to pack things up to head home. That has to be a sick joke or something, right?
No, you know very well that he is not the kind of person to joke about something like that, especially when he was so happy to get married today. If he's going around telling everyone that right now, then it's truly happening.
But him and I really did plan on having our wedding today, Amber.
I know that. And everyone else expected you both to have a wedding today as well. But if all your family and friends, as well as the groom, leave the wedding, then there's no way you can carry on with it, right? Unless you're going to have a one-man wedding today.
Why the hell would you say something like that now? How would I ever be able to have a wedding by myself? Why is all this happening to me now? This is all your fault, you jerk!
Huh? This is all my fault now? Why would any of this be because of me, Sandy?
I told you to stay out of all of this and not to get in the way of anything regarding my wedding with Kai today. But since you went ahead and opened your mouth to your brother about what's going on, this all happened. I never actually thought you'd be stupid enough to tell Kai about what I'd said and done.
Huh? You still have no clue what's going on here then?
What do I have no clue about, Amber?
The only thing everyone thought could never happen is the way you acted towards me and my family. You literally took my brother's phone from him without asking and blocked my mom's number on there so that she couldn't try and talk to him anymore. Is that something normal people do to their in-laws?
Well, when you say it like that, you make it seem like I have done something wrong.
That's because you have done something wrong. Plenty of things, actually. I myself am having a very hard time understanding why, after all that's happened, you're still having a hard time understanding why you've been in the wrong. Tell me, why have you done all of this to my mom and want to kick her out of the wedding?
Well, that's because I just don't want her to be here today, and so I want her gone.
Well, that's not giving us a clear reason, though. I want to know why you don't want her here and want her to go home. If your reason for all that is because she's a single mother, then maybe you shouldn't be marrying my brother in the first place. What kind of balls do you have to think that using that as a reason would be a good idea?
Well, listen, if your mom is single and can't find another man to marry, then in the future, Kai and I will have to take care of her when she's old and useless. And since he's the oldest, you won't have to worry about your mom, and all the responsibilities surrounding her will fall on us, right? So I've been trying my hardest to have the two of us cut ties with her sooner rather than later. I just assumed that by forcing her to not come to this wedding, that'd be enough to end things between us.
So your reason for all of this is due to your overbearing selfishness? Well, if that's it, then I guess there's no helping you now. You can talk the rest of this through with my brother.
Wait a second, Amber. If you don't stick around and help me, then my wedding is going to fall apart and I'll lose Kai. You and we're supposed to become sisters, right? Let's you and I grow close to one another and fix all of this. After what's happened to me today, I'll even forget about what I thought regarding your mom and allow her to come watch her son and I get married. And then after that, we can all become one big family, right?
After all you've done to us, you expect something like that to work out for you? No matter how you try and spin things now, we are never going to be your family.
Please do not say things like that right now. You're the only person that can help me right now in getting your brother to come back to me. Right. How about you go ahead and tell him to come back to me, and then after that we can forget any of this ever happened.
How about this, Sandy? How about you just forget about there ever being a chance of you becoming my brother's wife? And then we can end all of this right now. I'm so glad you went crazy just before the wedding, so that we could all see your true colors before the knot was really tied. If you and him really did get married today, then my family's future would have been in real danger. I'm really relieved to see that I won't become your sister-in-law after all. You must really be in a corner right now thinking we can all forget about what you'd done, especially after what you did to my mom.
You really don't have to say things like that right now, Amber.
I believe it was you that really didn't have to say all of the things you said to my family before, but you did anyway. So what happens to you next has nothing to do with me, okay? You can go right along and talk with my brother about that and see where you'll end up.
I'm not even able to get a response from your mom now. I wonder if I can get any of them to come back here. I'm sure if they just listened to my reasoning behind all of this, they'd understand me.
The only reason for all this was you trying to save yourself from having to care for my family in the future. Well, look at that. You won't have to worry about us anymore because none of us plan to talk with you anymore.
But your mom is supposed to be a really kind person, right? She would never say goodbye to me forever over a simple mess up like this, right?
Well, my mom's saying that she could never see you becoming a part of her family after what happened today.
She said that? That considerate mom would say something like that about me?
Well, weren't you the one that had planned on throwing her away the moment you married my brother? Oh, well, I guess. Seems like you're going to be the one getting thrown away now after everyone came around to understand your true intentions. My sincere condolences, Sandy. Really sucks that you were never able to have your special day today. But you are like the devil, so there was no reason for you to have a special day in the first place. Good luck with the next man you plan on roping in. Hopefully he has both a mom and a dad that he was raised by, so you don't have to go through a day like today ever again. In the end, the wedding that had been planned for that day was canceled almost immediately. And of course, the legal marriage that Sandy and Kai had with one another ended up going up in flames. And because of the embarrassment they were forced to endure regarding this event, both of Sandy's parents ended up leaving her to fend for herself and would later cut ties with her. Sandy was then left to pay all the cancellation fees for the wedding, as well as a settlement for what she'd done to Kai's mom. But because she didn't have the money for all of that, she tried to get Amber's help again. However, this time, Amber wasn't going to have any more of Sandy and blocked her within seconds, so that she'd never have to hear or see a word from her again. It really seems fair that after all Sandy had done to Kai's mother and sister, she'd end up with no wedding, no husband, and no parents. She did say she went through all that in order to not have to deal with a single mother-in-law in the future, but nobody's even sure if that was the true reasoning or if this was all done due to Sandy just being a crazy woman.
I just wanted to make sure that you're going to be making dinner for me every day now, right? We just had the wedding yesterday, and that now means starting today that you and I are to act just like proper husband and wife. As my wife, you are going to do everything and anything I need from you, right?
Well, you don't have to say it like that, Brody. I plan to be the same woman you ended up marrying, and let's do our best to support one another.
Huh? You're joking, right?
What do you mean? Did it sound like that was a joke to you?
You and I just got married, right? Which means things between us are going to be a lot different now than they were before. I shouldn't have to tell you that, right? You should already know what your job is now as my wife.
What? What things between us are supposed to have changed now besides you and I being married?
Oh, for crying out loud. Are you really begging for me to just flat out say what I mean to you? I guess you really don't have any idea what I'm talking about now, huh? I just told you that we got married and you are my wife now. Do you really think that means we will both be working together to support one another? Do you call yourself a wife when you speak like that about us?
Wait a second. I don't actually understand what's going on here. Are you trying to go on about who does what when it comes to chores now?
I'm not trying to tell you who's going to do what. And that's because you are going to do everything when it comes to the chores around the house.
Huh? What? You want me to do everything in the house?
You're the wife now. And that's part of what comes with being the wife, right? Or are you going to say you never knew anything about that? Did you really just get married to me without that kind of common sense?
What common sense are you talking about? This whole time you and I have been together, we've made sure that we're both equally doing the chores, right? It's been that way with everything, including the cooking.
Come on! Why are you trying to act like I do any of that now, lol? I'm not going to be cooking for myself for as long as you're my wife. You and I got married, so it's your job now to take care of me.
What was all of that then that we had before getting married? You and I were both working together to get cooking and cleaning done. What happened to that version of you, Brody? I assumed that since we've always been doing things like that, we'd continue to do so after marriage.
I'm shocked by this. It's actually pretty incredible that you lack the kind of common sense that women normally have, lol.
Are you trying to tell me that all along you just assumed after we got married that I'd be the only one responsible for the chores and cooking in this house? I don't get it. That's not at all fair to me, especially since we're both working full-time jobs right now.
What kind of fairness are we getting at here? Lol. This is how it's always been for married couple, and that just means you're going to have to put in more work. We both got things we have to do that aren't the same, and that's why it might seem like this is all unfair to you.
Well then, what do you have to do that I don't have to?
Work.
But I'm also working right now. That's the whole reason why you and I have been splitting the housework between us, right?
Well, I'm a male, which means I have a right to work. I don't have to worry about cleaning the house or making meals. Now that we got that clear, I expect there to be dinner ready for me when I get home today. And from now on, you are to speak to me with very polite English. Do you understand?
Would you hold on just a second? You are not the same Brody that I was dating just the other day. You're like a completely different person from him, and it's a bit scary. Is this not just some kind of joke right now? Are you really trying to tell me that this is the man you've been this whole time, Brody?
This is the real me. The only reason I wasn't acting like this before is because we weren't quite married yet. Now that you and I are married, though, I can go back to being the man I've always been.
I have zero clue what you mean. I can go ahead and make dinner for us tonight, all right? But let's talk about all of this again later, please.
What was that food? I know. I already said this once yesterday, but are you actually trying to piss me off right now?
In what way am I trying to piss you off, Brody?
Do you really think I wanted to eat something like that last night? Like, seriously? Do you really think you can call yourself a wife when you only cook up 2 things for me to eat?
I think you're just asking for too much food. I was a bit stressed by how you were acting all of yesterday, but it seems that same behavior is carried over into today.
Why did you only make up 2 different things to eat yesterday? That is not what I call dinner. I want you to make at least 5 different things for me each night for dinner.
5 different things? That's not going to happen when I also have to work every day.
You do realize I'm not asking you to do this for me. I'm telling you to. In other words, this is an order from me.
Huh? Are you going to try and force me into cooking that much for you now?
Hey, shut your mouth. I don't want you forgetting that you are my wife now, and you have new responsibilities. That also means you need to start talking to me more politely.
You really want me to be polite with you right now? Really?
You making me such a little to eat last night has really made me start thinking twice about you and what you're doing. I don't give a crap that you're working a job like me or not. I want 5 different foods cooked for me each night. Do you understand that? If you cannot do that for me, then I can no longer view you as my wife.
Wait, what the actual hell has gotten into you?
Be polite with me!
I'm sorry. What has happened to you, Brody? What you're asking for is impossible for me right now.
Are you going to try making up excuses now?
You're asking me to do the impossible right now, okay? I also have to work, and I also have to start doing all the chores myself, like you've said, right? Tell me, Brody, what are you going to do while I have to do all of that?
As the husband, I'll come back home to the house, lol. Then, once I'm back home, I'm going to enjoy myself. That's the whole reason I got married to you in the first place, Gia, lol.
Are you trying to tell me that the Brody I was with before getting married was just you putting on a facade and acting like you were going to work with me after getting married? You had also been talking about equal rights and everything for men and women as well. Was that all a lie?
Well, I wouldn't call all of that a lie. It just so happened that no matter the couple, after getting married, things will change between them.
So that's how this is going to be? So what you want from me is to just stay quiet and do everything you say? It hurts to see that you've changed so drastically from the man I cared for and loved. But I have no other choice now. I'll make sure to obey everything you ask of me.
Listen to me right now, Gia. Ever since we got married 2 days ago, you've gotten everything wrong. Do you want to be divorced over not being able to cook me 5 things for dinner? You are my wife now. My wife. And that means starting today, I want everything done right by you. Every night, there better be 5 different meals prepared for me to eat.
Understood.
You'd better not forget that, lol.
But there's just one condition with all of this.
Huh? What conditions are you going on about? Do you actually think that as my wife, you can give me conditions that I have to follow?
I do, actually. And this condition is very important to you, I believe. If you're really wanting me to make you 5 different foods a day for dinner, then you'll hear me out. My condition to you is that in return for having to cook so much, you are going to pay for all the groceries that I have to buy.
Huh? Why should I have to do that? Are you trying to say I need to pay you now?
For the longest time now, I've been the one paying for groceries. I didn't mind doing that for us because both you and I would cook. But from now on, you're not going to be cooking anymore, right? That means you need to start paying for the food you're wanting me to cook, or else there will be problems between us.
Well, I guess you had always paid for the food.
Also, you're the one that'll be eating way more than me every night, right? Having me be the only one to still pay for all of the food is just unfair to me.
You do realize that there's no way you can make a husband and wife relationship perfectly fair to both parties, right?
You want me to make 5 things for you each night, right? Even though I'm working just as much as you are every day?
That's right. If you don't make what I want, then it's a divorce.
Well, if that's going to be the case, then please pay for the groceries. With just my salary, it'll start to get pretty tough for me. Especially when you count the fact that things are going up in price still.
I see. Then I suppose there's no other choice here. But if I'm going to be paying for all of the groceries, every single thing you cook me each day had better be what I want. You get that, right? If you even make just one mistake, things will not go so well for you.
I understand. I was just saying all of that in order to be able to do as you wish. Without you listening to me, I was never going to be able to cook you that much food. But now that we are aware of what each other wants, I can make you 5 things for dinner a day.
And it better not just be all vegetables either. I will not forgive you if that becomes the case.
You've always hated vegetables. But even with you having hated eating vegetables, you and I were always cooking vegetable-based foods to watch our health.
And I honestly hated having to eat all that crap with you. I hate foods like that which only an animal should be eating. And for a while, when we would cook all that vegetable garbage, I started to really think that your cooking was terrible, lol. From now on, make sure to study more meat-focused dishes so that you can actually please me for once.
All right, but remember that I still have to work 8 hours a day here.
What was that? Excuse me?
That was nothing. I'll make sure to study up on some good dishes for you. I'll give some new recipes a try for you, and we'll see what all you really like. Goodbye now.
I want steak of all types on my plate every night, alright? Beef, pork, chicken, lamb.
And that's the reason why you need to make sure you give me enough money to afford all of that for you. As long as you keep the money coming, I'll make sure to keep the meat coming.
I have no other choice at this point. Just remember that if you can't make me happy, even with me paying for the food, then it's over for you and I.
Understood. I'll make sure that all of the food is cooked well enough to please you.
You sure will, lol. Had you just said something like that from the very start, then we would have not have had to waste all this time yapping. If you keep up that good attitude towards me, I'll make sure to keep on thinking of you as a decent wife, lol.
Alright then. Just make sure that each and every day you eat your dinner.
Have you made tonight's dinner yet?
Excuse me? What are you talking about? Of course I'm making your dinner right now, and it's pretty much finished and ready for you.
What did you end up making for me today? Really, you could add some more vegetables or something for today. Honestly, just a small amount of everything will be alright, as long as there's some green.
Don't you get too worried about that. I've already made everything up for you, and it will be waiting for you when you get home. Today, you are getting a huge plate of fried chicken, as well as some spaghetti. And let's not forget about the country-style omelet that I've made as well. Then we have some beef stew and pork cutlet to finish it all off. Your 5 dishes, all ready for you when you get home.
Just hearing you say all that to me has gotten my heart racing and my forehead sweating. Do you really think I'll be able to eat all that? Just stop it with all the cooking, please!
What? What are you talking about right now, Brody? What do you mean you want me to stop it with all this cooking?
I want you to stop making me so much food to eat every single night, please. I'm getting to the point now where I physically cannot eat the amount of food you are cooking for me. Have you not started to feel terrible eating that kind of food all the time?
I'm not really sure what you're going on about. You were the one commanding me to make all of this food for you every night, right? I made sure to do as you asked me to, and that meant each and every dinner would have 5 different foods prepared for you. It was you asking me to do all of this cooking for you and to make sure there was plenty of meat each time. So what exactly is the problem here?
Have you seen how I've been looking?
What? Well, I suppose you are a bit more chubby than before. But is that really what all of this is about?
My body is getting massive from all the food I keep eating, alright? I'm asking you to please stop making all of that crap for me to eat. How many pounds do you think I've gained in this past month? I've gone up 40 pounds, Gia! 40 pounds!
40 pounds? That really is a lot of fat you've put on them, Brody. Are you trying to become a sumo wrestler or something now?
Don't you make fun of me! Are you trying to make me feel bad about all of this? You shouldn't even be saying anything about how I look when this is all due to your cooking. If you keep feeding me like that, then I'm going to have a heart attack or something.
Well, then why didn't you just stop eating so much when I cooked dinner? All I was doing was cooking your 5 different foods a day for you, since that's what you had asked from me. Are you really going to start complaining about something you told me to do and then blame it all on me? Do you even plan on taking responsibility for what you told me?
Listen, Gia, have you been making me such garbage food this whole time with the intent of making me fat? I shouldn't be this fat after eating what you've been cooking me if it had just been normal food. What the hell are you trying to do to me?
What I've been trying to do is do as you say. And you said not to cook you a lot of vegetables and to make sure there was lots and lots of meat. Don't you feel a little dumb for complaining about the thing you had been saying for me to do?
Who are you calling dumb? I knew this is what you were trying to do. You went along with what I had asked you in order to fatten me up and then have a reason to make fun of me.
Well, I'll leave that one up to your imagination, Brody. But how about you just think of all this clearly? All I did was cook the types of food you wanted from me and the amounts you wanted from me. And after cooking what you wanted, you had the choice of eating it all, like you have been, or just eating the things you could handle, like you should have been. Also, do you really think it's healthy for someone to gain that kind of weight in 1 month? Had you just been watching how much you ate every night, then you wouldn't be looking like a deflated balloon. No matter how you look at this right now, blaming me for you becoming fat is not at all right.
I knew it! You did all of this on purpose! I knew something like this was going to be true, but just hearing from you that you wanted to make me fat hurts. Why the hell would you do this to me? Right now, I'm not even able to fit into any of my clothing, especially my suits. Do you not realize how much trouble you've just caused me by making me this huge?
Trouble? All you've done is caused yourself those troubles, all right? I didn't do anything that forced you to eat all of that food. You have to understand that just like I do, right?
I'm not going to forgive you for this. The fact that you fattened me up like this.
Are you even listening to yourself right now? You were the one that asked me to make all of that food up for our dinner every night, and so I did just that to avoid worse outcomes. I've even been eating the same foods as you, and look at me. I'm not any fatter than I was a month ago. I've just been making sure that I eat the amount I need to and no more.
Are you trying to say it's my fault that I'm fat now? No matter how one looks at it, you've been the one forcing me to eat all of your food. Isn't it supposed to be your job as my wife to make sure I don't get this huge? To maintain my health?
What? You're an adult, right? I don't remember you ever still being a child. If you really are the adult you want to make me believe you are, then you should be able to watch your weight yourself.
You're my wife, and watching my health is your job, your responsibility.
Ugh, you really seem to be just full of complaints now. I mean, you were paying for all that food, so you knew I was buying a lot for you. And you even went ahead and ate all of it, even when it started to hurt. And all of this started because you said that 2 things for dinner wasn't enough for you and that you wanted more. So I did what I was told to and started cooking 5 unhealthy things for you every day. So cut it out with all those complaints and just shut up.
Why are you talking to me like that?
Because I'm tired of listening to you go on and on about crap that is only your fault and nobody else's. If you're going to keep complaining like that, I am seriously going to stop listening to you for good. You were the one that commanded me to do all of this, right?
If you don't stop talking to me with that attitude right now, I'm going to get pissed.
Go ahead and get pissed off with me then. I'm already past my limits with you and am no longer holding back.
What was that?
By the way, when it comes to the cost of all the food, do you know how much it cost for just this month's groceries alone?
What?
I feel that your income this month has all gone right into paying for groceries.
Huh? What?
In order to keep you happy with me and to not piss you off, I've been making sure to buy you all the best ingredients and meat. And you went ahead and ate all that cooking, which was costing you more than just eating out. With that, you went ahead and spent over $2,000 in food this month alone.
Huh? You're joking, right? You quit it right now with all this crap.
I'm not trying to kid you about anything, though, Brody. I've been getting all that money from your account this whole time, so you can tell it's been costing you a lot. You had days where you wanted Wagyu from Japan. Other days, you wanted me to go out and get you the most expensive gelato. You were always asking me for all these really expensive foods, and there was no way I could say no to any of it.
I'm sure I was asking for a lot of higher-priced foods. But who the hell told you it was actually okay to spend that much money on food this month?
Okay, go ahead and tell me how much you said for me to spend each month on food then. Go ahead and tell me how much. I can't wait. Oh, that's right. You never gave me a price limit, did you? So this must mean that you blaming me for all your mistakes is misplaced blame. You were the one that asked for all of that to happen, and I obeyed. You should be thanking me now for going and doing every little thing you asked.
I have no reason to be thanking you for anything! How much longer are you going to pick on me like that before you're satisfied? I'm not going to let you get away with any of that anymore! If you do anything else without my permission from here on, or you make fun of me like that anymore, it's going to be a divorce! Do you want to be divorced by me? If you are troubled by hearing that from me, then you will show me right now that you understand.
I have no reason to understand you anymore, you fat cow.
What?
It's too late for you to get all upset with me and start threatening me with a divorce. The last time you and I fought, you threatened me by filling out and signing our divorce papers, right? Well, I went ahead and handed them in for us.
Huh? You handed those divorce papers in? What the hell are you talking about? There's no way you can just hand those in without my permission.
What? Why can't I?
What do you mean, why can't you? You and I are a married couple. Husband and wife, right? I just got those papers together and filled out in case I needed to scare you into submission some more. You should not just hand those in for real without asking me if it's okay first.
I don't need you telling me if it's okay or not. Nice try with scaring me into submission like that, you dumb bastard.
Wait, Gia! Why do you keep calling me such terrible names like that? That is not at all the way you should be talking to or about your husband, right?
I have had it with you, Brody. You're just a selfish, self-centered, fat-bodied bastard. I've already handed in the divorce paperwork for us, so now all you are to me is a complete stranger. Isn't this just great? You were finally able to get divorced from such a useless wife like me. But understand that you can no longer blame me for anything now. We're divorced now, and all your troubles and problems are your own.
Wait a second, please, Gia! Are you being serious about the two of us no longer being married? I never actually wanted for us to be divorced, though!
Well, even if that wasn't what your plan was with me, to me, you no longer wanted me around you, and that meant divorce. There really is nothing else for us to talk about now, right?
Wait, just a little bit more. We're not divorced. I didn't do anything wrong to deserve something like that. Tell me what I did wrong.
You did everything wrong, my guy. Being married to you was a real miss on my part, I suppose. Right now, I don't even want to see your fat face anymore. So now, would you please just go away forever?
Gia, wait, please.
I think it really is a good idea to stop begging me to wait and get a hold of yourself instead. Now you go ahead and enjoy your diet of meats and carbs, and I hope you end up on one of those major weight loss channels really soon. Although you're going to have to cook all that yourself, because I'm not sticking around to cook you any more grease. After that, Brody tried with all his might to get Gia to listen to him and come back, but Gia wasn't having any of it and completely ignored him. Not only did Gia tell the fatty to get lost, though, but at work, everyone began to realize just how fat he was and started to side-eye him all the time. He's no longer respected by anyone within the office or outside of it, and will have to try really hard to gain anyone's respect back. But before he can do that, he might want to start with changing his whole diet so that he has the energy to move around again.
Vanessa, I heard about this from Mom. Are you really going to be getting married? That has to be a lie, right? There's no reason you should be able to get married to anyone right now.
I'm not sure why you think I couldn't get married to anyone at this time, but I am getting married. And I am planning on sending invitations to all the family here soon. So if you don't mind coming to the wedding, I'd love to see you there.
Huh? So you really are getting married then, aren't you? Stop screwing around.
What about this means that I'm screwing around?
You know that I'm your older sister, right? Older sister. So why do you, the younger sister, get to be married before I do? Normally, people would let their older siblings get married first before making their move.
What do you mean by that? I didn't think there was any normalcy to when siblings should be getting married. I just assumed it was based on timing, and that's it. I don't mean to get married before you as an insult or anything. I just happened to find a man that I wanted to live the rest of my life with and marry soon.
Do you really think it's okay for you to be happy with your soulmate before I am?
Huh? I don't get what you keep going on about. I didn't think there was anything wrong with me being happy with the man of my dreams. And I never related me being in this position before you, Emily. I'm not even married yet, and I'm still just as happy as I'll be after the marriage. So explain to me what you mean by me being happy before you with my soulmate.
You stop thinking about marrying that man right now. No, you're not marrying that man. Not until I have a man of my own that I'm married to first.
Emmy, would you quit acting like a child right now? Are you acting this way because you're jealous of me getting married? If you are thinking that, it's a total waste of your energy, so just don't worry about me. I think you're better off using all that energy finding a way to make yourself happy. Whether that's with another man or on your own.
Jealous? Why would I be jealous of your marriage? I'm just disgusted by the fact that you're not playing by the rules.
What rules are you even talking about, though?
It's always been that the oldest sister is the first one to get married and leave the family. That's what I'm talking about.
That is not any kind of story or rule that I've ever heard of. What century ago was that rule ever a thing? Seems to me like something from way back, so you should just cool it and let me do what I want to do. And if that means you not coming to my wedding, then that's fine with me and you can stay away. I don't want any bad feelings between us, so just stop trying with me. See ya. It looks like Emmy's pretty upset with me right now.
Sure seems that way, doesn't it? But I had to tell her eventually that you'd be getting married. So there really was no way of us avoiding this.
Why is she so upset with me, though? Wasn't she supposed to be getting married herself?
She probably hasn't told you anything about it, but her and her fiancé broke up.
What?
The man she was with wanted to borrow her money. And so he did. Borrow a lot and ran off. Which left Emmy in a rough spot to the point she left her job. And so for a whole year now, she's been living back at home with us here.
So that's probably the reason she's having such a tantrum over me. I can understand her a bit more now. But although it's really sad that something like that had to happen to her, there's no reason for her to be taking out her feelings on me. I didn't do anything to her.
Right.
So at the moment, she's back at her home doing nothing at all with herself.
She's trying to find someone that she can get married to. But as for any sort of job, there is none.
I see. But I think it's not healthy for her to be getting all worked up over my marriage. I'm a bit worried now that she might do something outrageous at my wedding if she's in a mood.
I would really like for her to toughen up a bit and get back on both her feet. Now she's going to be living in our house forever if she doesn't do something with herself. I've even told her how I feel about that.
Well, let's just hope that she doesn't plan to do anything before or at my wedding.
I'd sure love to think that she'd stop taking out her frustrations on you. But who knows what she'll do?
I already told her that it's okay if she doesn't come to the wedding, so I'm sure she'll take me up on that and stay away. I'll try not to make her more upset than she already is.
Sucks to see that the wonderful wedding dress you planned to wear is totally ruined now. And just before the beginning of your wedding. Huh. I guess you'll have to cancel the wedding today, right?
What are you talking about? What wedding dress are you talking about? What is that picture that you just sent me of?
That would be your wedding dress. I made it completely black by pouring ink all over it.
That's my dress?
I'm sure it's hard to tell now that it's messed up. But you have no hopes of having a wedding now in that kind of dress, right? I'm going to make sure that I'm the one becoming happy before you can.
So, You did all that with the hopes of having my wedding canceled?
That's exactly right. I'm glad all has gone to plan for me so far.
And you thought that you were at the location of my wedding?
Huh? What did you say? The location of your wedding today was written on the invitation you sent. So I made sure to show up early and ruin that dress before anyone came into the dressing room. I wanted to keep it as a surprise for you to see soon, but couldn't keep myself from telling you about it. Now you can see that it's completely unacceptable for you to get married before your older sister. After having your wedding dress turned completely black, your wedding is over.
The wedding I'm having today is at a church, though.
Huh?
I see that you're excited to hear that my wedding is canceled, but my wedding is being held at a church, and my dress is nothing like that one in the picture. I didn't even rent a dress for the wedding because Mom will be letting me wear hers.
What are you going on about? You're lying, right?
Why would you think that I'd be lying to you? I think the dress you've just ruined is some stranger's. Ruining someone you don't even know's dress? Do you understand what might happen to you now?
What are you talking about, Vanessa? This has to be your dress. I made sure that this place was the exact place you had on your invitation.
Maybe you thought that you read the address right, but I'm not holding my wedding outside today. I will have mine in a church, and I don't plan to have a dress that big on for the wedding. The wedding will only be inside this church, although I'm aware that some weddings might take place in the courtyard outside of here.
Wait a second. I have no idea what you're trying to tell me right now.
Well, just know that that dress you've ruined is not the one I'm going to wear today. And so with that, whatever happens to you now has nothing to do with me. I have a wedding to prepare for now, so you can figure out what to do on your own now. Also, after seeing how screwed up you are by doing all of that out of jealousy, I'd like you to never come around me again. So go ahead and handle all of that on your own. And never talk to me again.
You hold on, Vanessa. Why are you going off on me like this right now? I did all of that to your dress, so you should be freaking out right now. I never heard anything about you having your wedding in a church or that you'd wear Mom's dress.
I never did mention any of that to you, and I'm very lucky now that I hadn't after seeing what mess you got yourself into. I'm going to completely cut ties with you now. So never come around me or talk to me again. I can't even believe you'd try something like that with your own little sister because of your jealousy.
So, this is seriously someone else's dress. I really thought that it'd be yours.
How many times do I have to tell you that's not my dress for you to understand? Do you need me to say it in another language for you?
Stop that! You can't even be upset with me now because this is all on you.
What? Why is it all on me?
If you'd known that it wasn't your dress, then why didn't you tell me sooner? You should have told me that you'd be wearing Mom's dress the last time we talked so that I could have ruined her dress instead. So this is all your fault.
You stop with all that BS right now. You are nothing more than a total prick of a sister right now.
Huh? A prick? What?
I'm not going to let you go off on me telling me that what you've done is my fault somehow. I have nothing to do with your mental disabilities. You've always been that way. Anytime something doesn't go your way, you blame it all on me. You think that you can just keep running away from your responsibilities like you're a 3-year-old? Well, you're in your late 30s now, so stop acting like a child or we'll have to put you in an institution.
But I didn't do anything wrong. It's all of you that have been doing things wrong.
Huh? All of us? So you're telling me it's all our fault that you are jobless and can't find anyone willing to marry a woman with childlike behavioral issues?
I say you all, but primarily it's all your fault.
Oh, come on now. I haven't done anything to cause you to act like a loser. All you think to say is that this is all my fault, but have you ever thought of replacing me with you? I haven't had anything to do with your life. The only thing I've ever done is live my own life. You have been the one to work your own jobs and the one in charge of your own happiness. And the reason that you're in such a crappy place right now is all due to yourself. It's not Mom or Dad's fault. It's not my fault. It's nobody but your own fault. So stop acting like a goddamn child. You are 33 years old now, so get off your butt and make a life of your own, you idiot.
You didn't have to say all of that to me. You're going to make me fall apart again. Why are you saying all of that to me? You have no right to be saying things like that about me. Do you really think it's okay to talk to your older sister like that?
Do you think it's okay to act that way because you're my older sister? Shut the hell up.
It's messed up that you'd talk to me that way, though.
Then let me ask you this. Do you think it's okay to spill ink all over some random person's dress like that? Maybe I'm not the one that's as messed up as you think.
I told you I didn't think it was some stranger's wedding dress. If I'd known that, I would have never spilled ink all over it. I was dang sure that that was going to be your wedding dress today.
Wait. It doesn't even matter whose dress it was in the first place. You are messed up for doing that all the same. If anything, you would have been in even more trouble had it been my dress. I would have made sure that you got sued in court.
Sue me? Your own family?
After showing me the person you really are, you're not family to me. You're not even like a sister to me anymore, so I'd be totally fine making you suffer. The fact that you thought it was funny to ruin someone else's big day, that's something most people would never even think of doing, so you're like a monster at this point. And another thing, the wedding that'll be taking place outside the church today in that courtyard is of a girl whose father is the sheriff of this town.
Huh?
We had seen them a while back when coming here to set up our wedding, and they mentioned that to us. The soon-to-be bride mentioned her father being high up in the police force or something like that. And I think I even spoke to him once.
What the hell? Now that's a joke. There's no way something like that could be true. Stop trying to make me freak out anymore.
Well, you'll find out the truth eventually, I'm sure. I know that you're at someone else's wedding location right now, but if it's of the girl whose dad's a sheriff, then you'll be in for a great time.
Stop trying to mess with me! Even if it is her dress, I've already started running away, so they'll never find me. The moment I fully realized it wasn't your dress, I ran from there. I didn't want to see the end of how badly I screwed up that stranger's day. Just make sure that you don't say anything to them if you see them.
Oh, it does seem like it was the wedding in the courtyard that you happened to mess up.
What? Huh?
So I think I'll let them know what happened. I'll try my best to make the story sound credible. I'll tell them that even though you're my older sister, you had a deep jealousy that you couldn't control and thought you were ruining my wedding. All right, I just let them know all of that for you. And I think her parents are not taking it too well. They said something along the lines of having you not only pay for the wedding dress, but for the whole wedding itself.
Hold on, what? You went and told them just now. I just ran over a mile away now, and you're saying there was no point to it?
Did you really think you could run away from your mistakes this time? Whether it's today or a few days from now, they are going to find you and take you down. The dress she has seems like something with quite a price tag on it as well. And it wasn't just a rental, but a dress that she'd bought herself and had placed at the wedding. You really screwed up this time, Emmy.
Why are you laughing? Nothing about this is funny in any sense. Oh, wait. Well, what should I do now?
I am about to start my wedding, so I can't do anything for you. But I can already see her dad getting into his patrol car, and he called for some backup to start searching for you. And Mom and Dad just told me that you can do whatever you'd like to try and evade them, even mentioning that you should try punching one of the officers. That way you can spend some time in jail and away from us. It's really up to you now how you plan to take responsibility for this.
Wait. I can't be taken into custody by the police. I didn't think something this scary could happen to me. I just wanted you to feel the same pain I've been feeling all my life. Why did this have to happen?
Because you have messed up thoughts like that. Well, it seems like the only one that will be feeling the pain you've always been experiencing will be yourself.
But you and I are sisters, right? Do something about this and help me.
I can't do anything for you. You did all of this to yourself, and you have to answer for it. And you're an adult now, and in your 30s at that, so you can learn today what happens when you try and ruin someone else's day. Just remember that Mom, Dad, and I are all cutting ties with you. So never show your face to us again. Your lack of handling your own emotions has really done it to you this time. Now, have a great one. I hope they don't go easy on you, Emmy. In the end, Vanessa and her husband were able to have a wonderful wedding together with all their friends and family. And Emmy was caught by the police and the sheriff and taken away to somewhere that nobody knew of. After a few days and being given her phone back, she tried time and time again to get Vanessa to help her. But at that point, Vanessa was on her honeymoon and didn't look at her phone. And because of that, Vanessa was left to her own demise. However, after a few months had passed, Vanessa made a surprise visit to her parents' house and made it seem as though she had really grown up into a full adult. She had a job again, working on a factory line, but she didn't say much else to her mom about what she'd been experiencing on her own. I'm sure that whatever it was too troubling to have to tell anyone. But after that little visit with her parents, she left and never came back to them again. And I'm sure that's for the best, as nobody wanted her around anyway.
Katie, why are you living in this tower apartment with us? Seriously, get the hell out of here, you parasite!
What? What the heck are you on about? Aren't you being a little too rude to me saying things like that when we haven't talked in so long?
Rude? How so? The way you've been doing things is the only rude thing that's been happening around us. I've had it up to here with how you try and treat me like an idiot.
You think I'm treating you like an idiot? What are you talking about, Bailey? If you're not gonna talk to me in a way that's easy to understand, then this whole conversation is going to get nowhere.
You're leeching off of my family, right?
Leeching off of them? I am not.
That apartment is where my parents live, as well as my brother.
Yeah, and I'm also living here.
What I'm getting at is that apartment is like my family home. So I want to live there as well with all my family.
Why do you want to come live here?
Have you not heard anything? That place is like my family's home, and so I have the right to come back there for no reason.
Hold on, this place isn't your family house though. It was my husband and I that allowed your parents to come live here with us a while back. If you had talked with them more about that, you would understand the situation.
You're being crazy. You are living in the apartment that my parents rented, and you're living there as a parasite, which is even worse. So stop lying to me, because I already know what's going on there.
They're not the ones that put their names down on this place, though. I'm the one that's paying the rent right now, so...
You really love to lie all day long, don't you, you nasty girl? I think you should leave my brother. That way, I'll be allowed to come live there with my family again. Actually, you don't have to leave him yet, because I'll be coming to live there anyways.
What are you talking about, Bailey? You're not gonna live here. There are no more rooms available for you to live in here.
Have you not heard anything from my mom yet?
Huh? About what? You're not saying that you'll actually be allowed to live here, right?
If you don't like it, then maybe you should leave that place. Because I don't really care about what you think about me coming to live there.
But if you come to live in this apartment, you should care about what I think. Well, whatever. I'm going to check with everyone else about this. Bailey is telling me that she's going to be living here with us now. What's that all about? I just checked with Mom about that, but this all has to be a joke, right?
I only just heard about this myself. I didn't know anything about this. I'm so sorry.
Randy, you get what's going on here, right? If things go any further, I'm not going to be able to handle this.
I understand that, and that's why I'm sorry. I'm already really thankful for what you've allowed my family to do. And so you telling me that anything else is impossible is totally understandable. So that's why I'm planning to say something about this as well. But she's my little sister after all, and I know that she's going to do as she pleases, whether I'm okay with it or not.
If that happens, what are we going to do?
Well, if what I say to her doesn't get her to stop, then we'll have to go with plan B.
Well, that all depends on what happens at that point, right? Let's wait and see what happens with her, I guess.
You're still not out of that place yet? I'm going to toss all your things, Katie.
Huh? Why would you even say that? And before you answer that, didn't Randy already have a word with you? He should have told you that it'd be impossible to move in with us, right? And whatever happened to the husband you had?
You don't have to worry about any of that, so just shut up and leave. A stranger like you has nothing to do with me, right?
So, no matter what you've been told plenty of times now that it's not possible to move in with us.
Well, my mom said it's fine to move in, so stop trying to go against my family, you stupid woman! They are my family, and you're not!
Really, I'm shocked by all of this. You really will not listen to me. I guess at this point, there's really no point in me going easy on you any longer. What I mean is, I'm appalled by you, and you've pretty much pushed me to my limit.
And I'm in the same boat as you right now. Don't you ever forget that it's my parents that are allowing you to live there with them. You're a disgusting little parasite that's stuck to their backs. Are you not embarrassed to be leeching off of your own husband's family?
Don't you think you've had enough of this? All I've heard from you is one rude thing after another, and it's driving me nuts.
Then just leave, and you'll never have to worry about my family again. Coming into my parents' apartment without ever thanking them for it and leeching off of them both. I'm going to live in that apartment of theirs, and you're going to have to leave.
Well, then I'll do just that.
Hurry up and get lost.
And I'll do just that. I'm leaving. But just know that Randy will most likely follow me out as well.
Randy will too? Why would he leave?
Because I've told Randy all about the things you've said to me, and I think he's had enough of you acting like a little brat. So he'll be leaving this apartment as well, and you can do whatever you want.
Why though? Randy doesn't have to leave with you because he's just fine being there. I was hoping that all of us could live together again like old times when we were all younger, but...
No, it's too late for that now. If you have started to get your whole family involved in this, including your brother, then I probably would have divorced him and gone off on my own. But Randy has stayed on my side and has realized that you and your crappy parents are all too selfish to be around, and he wants to end things with all of you. And I'm with him on that.
But ending things with us is far too extreme. Randy really is a dunce after all. I think he'd be better off cutting ties with you.
You're the dunce, Bailey.
Huh?
Well, having to talk to you about things any longer will be a huge waste of my time. Good luck with paying for the rent of that place.
That's not gonna be my problem.
Do you even know how much it costs per month to live in that apartment? I wonder if you'll be able to pay for it.
Huh? Stop fooling with me, Katie. I have a job and work enough to pay for anything I need to there. And it's not like I'm going to have to pay for that place's rent anyway.
Why not?
Because my parents will be paying for the place, so I'm all set. They've been paying for it this whole time, right? I'm just coming back home to them, so they never asked for me to pay. I've never heard of parents ever asking their cute little girl to pay rent.
You really have such an unexplainable confidence in things working out for you. Well, at this point, I don't care what happens to you. Go ahead and do as you please.
And you can get out of my parents' place now, you parasite. But make sure to tell my brother that he can come home anytime he wants when he has enough of you.
Why not tell him yourself? I'll be changing the name on that place to yours for you, okay? So you go ahead and see for yourself how it is there, and then do as you want with that information. I'm going to tell my husband that you don't want anything to do with me anymore. Now goodbye. Answer your phone. What? I'm not going to answer my phone because I'm not in the mood to hear your voice.
Well, this is about the rent here. I think that there's something wrong with all of it. And so I'd like to talk some of this over with you. Now answer your phone. There's no way a place like this would cost me $7,000 a month, right?
What do you mean by that?
Huh?
Why, is there no way they charge you $7,000 for rent? That's how much that place costs to live in per month.
You're lying, though, right? They must have put an extra zero or something on there, right?
Well, that apartment is right in the middle of the city, and it's very spacious, so there's no way a place like that would only be $700 a month, right? Are you starting to freak out a little now that you realize $7,000 a month is something you can't afford?
Wait. What? There's just no way.
But aren't your parents supposed to be the one that's paying the rent? You were so confident in that before, right? Heh.
Right, you have a good point. They'll pay for the rent. Now I can relax myself again.
Well, good luck there.
I never even had to bother myself with talking to you about this. I'll be able to make it here with my parents no problem. I should have just talked with my parents from the start. Goodbye now, you freak.
You don't have to say things like that anymore now that I'm gone. You're the one that came to me with all this anyway. So why would you start acting that way again? Know that you really don't have to talk to me anymore. So, bye. Do you think you can stop all of that now? You've called me over 200 times now, and there has to be a limit with you, right? When I didn't answer you the first 5 times, didn't you think to give up? Why are you trying to talk to me so much? What do you want with me?
I'm not going to give up now. They used my card without asking me to pay for this place's rent. Do something about all of that.
Yeah? What do you mean by that?
They used my credit card to pay for this apartment's rent. Can you believe any of this? Were you the one that asked them to do that?
So what you're saying is that your parents weren't going to pay for the place, and so they use your card without asking you to pay?
That's right. Why would they do that to me? I don't think my parents would ever do something like that to me. You must have told them to do this to me.
No way. It's getting time for you to read the air a little, huh?
Read what air?
Your parents are a perfect example of a couple of freeloading idiots. You don't think the two of them using your money to pay for things is ridiculous of them?
My parents have been really happy to have me home and laugh all the time about how they were able to get me back after you left.
And they always acted so happy to have me there because of my money.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, to start, the two of them, your mom and dad, both moved into our apartment without ever asking your brother or if they could live there. And during that time, Randy lost his job and wasn't making anything. And I felt bad thinking that all of this had to go down while he was without a job. And so I started to pay for the rent and everything so that your parents didn't start to fight us. But while I had to pretty much care for your parents' selfish needs as well as Randy and my own, you were off somewhere always texting me about how I was a parasite to them.
Are you kidding me? What? That's what was going on? Why would my parents be that way with you?
They had no more money and had to sell their house. And so they lost their place to live and came to that apartment. But when they came into our apartment to live with your brother and I, they began to take our things and sell them for extra cash. And Randy was getting ready to kick them both out. But then you told us that you come move in, and that was the best news we've ever heard. So we were finally able to carry out our plan B, which was to move out of that place and cut all ties with you. Right now, Randy and I are so happy that you came back.
What the hell?
Well, you guys are all trash. Anyways, you and I have no ties to one another anymore, so do you think we can stop talking now?
Well, I'm not able to get in touch with Randy anymore, so I can only talk to you.
I think he's already gone and blocked you. Not sure, but that seems like something he'd do.
Wait, Katie, I just want you to listen to what I have to say here.
Well, if that's all you want.
My parents have left me here.
What?
They said that if I wanted them gone, that they'd leave me here. And they really did end up leaving me here and running away. I have no idea where they're at now, but they shouldn't have anywhere else to go, right? And they've already used my credit card to pay for this place's rent, so I'm going to have to find a way to pay that off.
I see.
And also, I can't hold this back any longer, so I'll tell it to you straight. What happened with my husband is that he found out I was cheating on him and wanted to get a divorce and was asking me to pay his settlement to him as well. So I thought coming back to you all would give me a way to pay him back for all of that. But I never thought things would only get worse the moment I came back to my family.
Well, that'll happen. You even wanted your parents to help you pay off your settlement, which they didn't, and now you have nowhere left to run and have no money.
I know. So, do you think you can help me?
What do you want me to say to that, Bailey?
Say you will! You're my brother's wife after all! You and I are a family, right? So helping one another out is what we do when it's needed, right?
Ha ha ha. I'm humored to see that you want my help now, but who was the one that made a huge fuss about me and kicked me out of my own home? Take some responsibility for that, okay?
But that's... Even if you think that's okay, please, Katie, help me out. I won't be able to pay that $7,000, and if I miss the payments every month, I'll only have to pay more in the long run. I won't ever be able to pay that much, so please help me.
No matter how hard you try asking me, that's not happening.
Why not, though?
Your brother and I have already moved away and have nothing to do with you now. And even after telling you all of this might happen, you still went ahead and let me change the place's renters too, right? I don't know about that settlement you have to pay, but you'd better take care of that soon. If not, you're only going to be digging deeper into all of that debt. Haha. I'm sorry, but I don't think you'll ever be able to live a normal life again after this life. You should have been a little more level-headed about your situation before you began to make stupid decisions, right? You poor soul. After that, Bailey was never able to pay the rent and ended up getting kicked out of the apartment. Her credit card was maxed out, and so the payment would never be processed, and she still needed to pay her ex after cheating on him. With all of that, she began to stress too much to be able to work efficiently at her job, and so she ended up being fired from her job. She lost her whole family, as well as her place to live, and now she was living a life with nothing more than the clothes on her back. She finally began to see just how stupid she was being with the plan she had made, but it was already too late for her to stop it from playing out, and has been left with a whole lot of situations. I'm sure she has no idea what to do now that would help her back up, and I doubt she ever will. As for my husband and I, we have been working on getting a new place for ourselves that we can call our forever home, and my husband has been trying his hardest with the new job he landed. At some point, him and I would love to forget about the toxic family we had to deal with, and I'm sure with time and a lot of new changes in our lives, that'll begin to happen.
Livia, there happens to be quite an age difference between you and Ronan, huh? I was surprised when I saw your face. You both look really similar to one another in age, but... I suppose Ronan still looks good enough to be my husband and all, right?
Harley, what are you trying to say about us? It's a bit weird of you to start texting your husband's sister about all of this. For some reason, I'm getting the idea that you're trying to talk crap to me, yet I'm not sure why you'd want to do something like that with me.
Huh? I'm not trying to talk crap about anything. I'm just trying to talk about how your brother and you seem to look really alike, and I mean that in terms of you really look like a man at your age. Is that not embarrassing for you?
You have no right to be asking me something as rude as that, then. I'm not really sure what you're trying to get at here, but you're starting to upset me, so would you please stop? Do you have any reason to be asking me a question like that? Are you going to get any use from my answer?
You plan on coming to the wedding, right? Having you come to the wedding looking like that is, don't you feel that you'll be embarrassing your little brother?
Embarrass Ronan. So you want to make fun of me that badly? What do you think you have that allows you to make fun of me like that? Tell me what has led you to treat me this way.
Oh, geez, nothing's led me to this, actually. But if you were to come to my wedding looking the way you do, then I might have a reason to start hating you more.
And how would me be going to my brother's wedding cause you to hate me more than you already do now? That doesn't make any sense to me.
What? Is that so? I'm sure it does make sense in a way. Naturally, I'd be pretty pissed off if you came.
I understand that you don't like the way I look, but what sense does it make to tell me to stay away from the wedding just because I look the way I do? I don't get it.
You're going to make those around me worry.
What do you mean?
If you look as ugly as you do, then this could mean that my kids will end up looking that bad as well, right? I don't want my family and friends to be worried about things like that. I want to keep you out of view from my family, and that's why I'm saying these things now. I wouldn't want people to start making rumors about you and I as well.
So you're telling me that just because I look like this, you're going to say all those things? I'm not too sure that I look that bad to begin with, so I think it would be wise to stop talking about me like that. I really don't get how you believe making fun of me like that is acceptable, especially when I'm your sister-in-law now.
Then let me tell it to you straight. My wedding has to be perfect. My dream is to have a perfect wedding for all my guests. Yet if you walked in there looking like you do, who's to say what everyone might start to think about me?
What everyone might think? I don't think anyone will care about how I look. I just plan to attend the wedding because I'm Ronan's sister.
I'm going to have to become family to some ugly chick. And to make it all worse, you're not even married. You're going to be like some heavy baggage to this family. I feel so bad for myself. You have to understand what I'm saying here, right? That's why I hate the idea of you being there. Don't come, please.
So you're saying you don't want me to come to that wedding to protect your image?
Well, that's right. You understand me, right?
I'm not going to deal with this. I don't even get how you became this awful of a person, Harley. I suggest that from now on you think about what you have to say before you speak, or else you might be tying the very noose that'll hang you.
It's crazy that even after all those warnings I gave you, you still rolled up to my wedding. Are you looking to be embarrassed or something?
Harley, don't you think it's time you gave all that up? I'm at this wedding today to meet with my family and friends, as well as enjoy my brother's wedding. You do not have any right to be stopping me from doing all that.
Shut up already, you ugly woman.
So you're still going to come at me with those rude phrases?
You're my sister-in-law, so how about you shut up and listen? Do you really want to embarrass both yourself and your cute little sister-in-law? I'm married to a very successful doctor now who happens to be your little brother. I will not let you ruin our very special day today with those looks of yours.
I happen to be a doctor myself, you know.
And I'm a woman who's been chosen to be the wife of a doctor. I've already gone and bragged about this to all my family and friends, therefore I have to have the most perfect wedding today. I really can't imagine having some ugly family member here ruining my dream right now, yet it seems to already be happening.
You really need to calm yourself down, Harley.
Before Ronan's boss gets here, I want you gone. You aren't any family worth our time and success anymore, so get lost. We don't have all day to wait for you to leave, so get on with it, you disgraceful hag.
If you're really going to say things like that, then I guess I understand the kind of person you really are deep down.
So you finally learned your place in this family? You don't want to ruin your brother's wedding today by being here, right? If you really do understand what I'm asking and saying, then shut up and go home. This is for the best when it comes to everyone here. It's a frickin' disgrace to have an ugly woman like you at this wedding. The owner of that hospital Ronan works at is coming really soon and will be giving a speech for us. So go already.
Are you sure things will be fine without me here?
Of course they will be.
I see. Guess I'm going home then. Take care of my brother for me.
You'd better be gone by the time the owner gets on stage to give that speech. I don't want to start getting physical with you or anything like that today.
I see that you're so happy to be ordering me to leave like that, but you're going to regret all of that real soon, you know.
I have zero reason to regret any of this.
Well then, I'll be doing as you've asked and heading home now. After this, I don't think you and I will ever be talking to one another again. So please take good care of my brother today.
Things have gotten really bad here. Livia! Hey, Livia! Where are you right now? Answer your phone already!
So now that your wedding is kicked off, you probably learned about the person that I am.
Why did you never tell me about this? Livia, you're the owner of that hospital?
That's right. And I've already gone home, so whatever you're going to ask for, it's already too late.
What? You really went home already? But you couldn't have gone that far, right? Come back here without making it seem obvious that you left. Please?
Huh? Why do I have to go back to the wedding now?
Because you're supposed to be the main guest at this wedding today. Everyone is excited to meet you and are patiently waiting around for you to come out and give that speech. Actually, because you're not here, we aren't really able to do anything else. Come back here right now.
Come on, even if you figured that all out now and want to text me about it, I don't want to come back.
Why not? I didn't know about who you were is all. If you're going to be the one that everyone is looking forward to seeing today, then of course you can be at my wedding. I never actually thought someone like you could be the hospital owner.
I actually have something to ask you. Why did you not know who I was? My dad ended up changing his position 2 years ago and I was made the new owner. And now my dad is the chairman. Could that mean that my brother never told you anything about this?
Wait, well, now that you mention all of that, I do feel as though he explained all of that before. But I wasn't really listening to him at the time. I didn't think you could be the hospital owner. And I just assumed that until Ronan would become the next owner, someone else was running the show that nobody knew about. Maybe your guys' uncle or something.
Wow. All of that seems to be just some wild dream you had. I'm the hospital owner, and today was the day I would be giving the speech and be considered the most important guest at your wedding. You never went and checked on something like that even before the wedding?
I never had a look at the name of the person giving the speech today. All I knew was that the owner would be coming and giving that speech.
So you never heard anything about me coming?
That's correct. Even Ronan just said that the hospital's owner would be coming. He never said that the hospital owner was going to be you, of all people.
I'm sure that's right. He works under me after all and probably forgot to refer to me as his sister instead of as the owner. But you should have still been aware that I am the current owner of the hospital. He had to have brought that up with you at some point before today. I assume myself that you knew who I was this whole time even.
Well, I'm telling you now that I had no idea. I never meant to be mean to you about any of that.
You never meant to. Even though you were calling me ugly all of that time without any restraint.
I didn't mean to say all that.
Realize this, Harley. It's one thing that I'm the owner your husband is working for. But before you even knew about that, you knew that I've been your husband's older sister. You have joined my family, and now you should consider me something like your older sister yourself, right? Yet you seem to not bother with that knowledge whatsoever and still continued saying very rude things to me. And today you kicked me out of your guys' wedding, all so that your image wouldn't be harmed. Even just thinking about all of this has made me give up on you completely.
Don't give up on me. Please, right now things are starting to become tense here. If you don't come back here now, your brother will even find out what's happened. Please, come back to the wedding and sneak in for me right now.
You really want me to? Tell me then, what's in it for me? What merits are there that would make me want to come back to your wedding?
What? Merits? What are you trying to ask there? What merits?
Just a little while ago, you went all out on me in order to get me to leave, right? Don't you feel as though you're being a little rash right now by asking me to come back there after all those hurtful things you said to me? If there's something in it for me, then I might think about coming back. But I'm thinking there's not one merit to going back there.
The merit to all this is that you'll be able to get closer to me.
That's a lot of confidence you have there. It's quite strange to think that something as unfortunate as that would be a merit for me. Honestly, I'm planning to cut ties to you completely here soon.
What? What do you mean cut ties to me?
You went ahead and really did it by being extremely rude to someone you barely even knew. Did you actually want me to stick around to be your family member? Because I remember you saying that I'm like heavy baggage to the family. And I don't even view you as family anymore. All you are to me now is the idiot witch that my little brother decided to tie the knot with.
Hold on a second. Don't you think you're being a little too harsh?
I just spoke with my brother about why I'm not there. He just asked me where I'd gone and I had to tell him the truth.
What? You're lying, right? What did you tell him? You never said anything unnecessary, right?
And what would you consider to be unnecessary? Because if you consider the truth unnecessary, then I might have just done that. What I said is that you continued to call me ugly and that you didn't want me at your wedding. And that for the longest time now you've gone out about how me coming to your wedding would cause problems for everyone. I'd had enough of your crap and left before the wedding even started. That's what I told him.
Hold on. You actually said all of that to him? Saying things like that about what happened to him will get him all upset, right?
Having someone as calm as Ronan get upset will most likely spell the end for you.
What have you done? It's going to be your fault that his wedding is ruined. Ronan's going to lose his mind knowing about all that now. And that will lead to this whole wedding being canceled because of it.
And that would be considered getting what you asked for, right?
What I asked for? What?
Everything that you were saying to me all this time, it's all coming back to bite you in the butt now. How come you don't understand that? This is what you were asking for, right? Why are you getting all worked up over the fruits of your labor now?
But wait, had you just explained to me yourself that you're the owner of that hospital and that you happen to be Ronan's boss, then none of this would be happening. Had you not said any of that useless crap to Ronan about me, then he would have never found out, right? This is all your fault, Livia. Don't you get that right now?
When are you going to shut up? Listening to you go on and on is so stupid that I'm actually starting to laugh.
What? Why do you say that?
First thing you should understand is that all of those stupid and heartless things you were saying to me all pissed me off. And that then led to my brother getting pissed off. It doesn't matter anymore that I told him the truth or not. It never did, actually. All of this was because of those things that you said to me. Those horrible, cruel things.
But even if I was saying those things to you, you knew there was a reason for all of it.
Your reason being that you were trying to protect your image doesn't mean anything to me when you're that selfish about everything. I don't care about any of that. So there. I really do think that someone like you, who would talk that awfully to your own family and ask them to leave your wedding because they will ruin your image, should not be married to a doctor at all. But that's just my thinking.
What? Wait, Ronan just said that the wedding is being canceled. Did you say something else to him that made him want all of this?
I didn't say anything else to him. I believe he's made a choice based off of what you did to me. Well, then it really sucks that you weren't able to have that perfect dream wedding of yours. Now, don't you ever come around me again.
Wait, Livia! I just wanted to be happy today. Please come back here and fix things between Ronan and I.
You can have the most pretty looking face in the world, but with a soul as rotten as yours, you're never going to become happy, I think. In the end, the wedding between Harley and Ronan was cancelled, and I'd like to say that that's the best outcome. Harley ended up bawling her eyes out after that and was trying to plead and beg for the wedding to go on. Ronan told her he could never actually get married to someone who would go and make horrible statements like she'd made about a family member. And that right there spelled the end of them two for having a future together. Harley then tried coming to me and getting her on her hands and knees to apologize for what she'd done, but there was no way I would listen to her anymore. After ignoring her final attempt at having things fixed up for herself, she was left sitting in despair. I'm sure she has no idea what she's going to do next with her life now, but I bet it'll do a lot of sitting in her house depressed, waiting for someone to come over and save her. This was the depressing life that she kept asking for when she made fun of my looks and said that I would be a heavy baggage for the family, and now she's going to have to live with it. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you in the next story.